Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about the much awaited video. Yes, Rahu Ketu's ingress in the Pisces Virgo signs, respectively. So this is going to be divided into parts, and I have prepared a short presentation also about the dates of the transit positions of Rahu Ketu into the nakshatras, then the conjunctions it's going to be having, and what are the planets which are going to be in trine and getting impacted because of Rahu Ketu's presence. So, I don't do it superficially. It has to be covering almost all the areas of the transit. And as you know, there is a Maharishi Parashara conference where I'll be talking about the transit positions and how to see the transits also. So, and time the events. So you can enroll there as well. We have another 5 days to go for the discount. And it's going to be from the 16th till the 20th of November. So it's worth enrolling there. And if you're watching me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe this channel. It is something which actually, is the bare minimum thing which is requested here. And I don't think so it is that difficult to click or press a button which says subscribe. And I keep uploading videos from time to time, especially the weeklies and the monthlies, which are very important and very extensive, where I share my insights on the upcoming transits and how they impact you all. And I do consider the dasha also, that if you are in a particular dasha, how is it going to be impacting you? So what about this Rahu Ketu transit? It is a very much talked about transit. Why? Because Rahu Ketu are two grahas which people dread also, people wait also. They say that they are karmic grahas. I think all the grahas are karmic. If you really want to buy a vehicle, you have to see the Venus's condition, isn't it? So if you have had a good Venus or the Venetian qualities in the previous life, that is your karma that you have to also bear the fruits this life. So all the planets have something or the other to do in this life, and they are all karmic grahas. But Rahu Ketu, as it is, they are not visible grahas. That's why people don't know how they're going to be actually playing out in the transits and in their horoscopes also. I have seen people getting very confused in Rahu Ketu periods also, when it's Rahu Dasha and Antardasha is of Ketu. Something or the other, they just think, they experience that, it's coming to an end. It's that kind of a period. And something which, you abruptly ends, actually. It gives you so much and then it takes away something from you in return while going. So Rahu and Ketu are one, yet they are actually split into two because they were, as you know, the story of the nectar churning, the churning of the ocean and the nectar coming out, which was for the immortality. And goddess Vishnu taking the form of, Rohini avatar, Mohini avatar, and distributing the nectar to the devatas first. And then, Swarbhanu just, changed and disguised as devata, as gods, and started to, consume the nectar the moment he was doing it. Sun and moon, they caught him and they said that, he's not a god, he's a demon. So that is the reason, the moment he was consuming it, he was slit by the wheel of Lord Vishnu. And because he, Swarbhanu prayed and apologized and requested and, pleaded, whatnot he did. So Lord Vishnu said that you will be also getting a place in the cabinet. So you will be also serving and you will be there, but you are there to actually let us know as an example that if you do something like this, you're also going to be bearing the fruits like this. So that is the reason they are just an example for all of us that if we are going on that path, we will also have to face the brunt. So they are the reminder calls. And that's the reason we have eclipses also. Whenever there are eclipses, they eclipse the luminaries. Why? Because luminaries also, they are the shining, ever shining ones. Sun is always shining, right? So, and they got this Rahu Ketu, the Swarbhanu, demon Swarbhanu. So they said that we'll avenge you when every new moon and full moon. But they pleaded and they said that, no, please don't do it. So that is the reason when they are called the nodes of the moon. And whenever they are in the close vicinity or the sun and moon cross the same points as Rahu Ketu, the eclipses take place, and not every new moon or full moons, right? So that is a reminder again. Why? Because you, the moment think that you have reached the pinnacle of everything, and you're just doing so well, the ego also goes up, right? So that eclipse means that you have to come down. You can also lose that sheen, for some time. So that is why we should not think that we are just going to achieve the heights and we are going to be the best. We are God, we are godlies. So that's not going to happen. So if it is going to happen, there is a Rahu Ketu waiting to eclipse this ego also. So we all must be humble, and we must pray to the God. And whatever success we get, I have actually mentioned in my community post, what should be the prayer, how should we pray. So that is something you can just go and refer to as well. So these Rahu Ketu entities are very essential in our lives. They are not the negative ones only. Unless you have the material growth, you have all the desires fulfilled, how will you know the spiritual angle? If you know the spiritual angle, how will you know the material comforts of life? So Rahu Ketu are also the ones who will tell you the difference between the two. How you feel when you're detached, how you feel when you're attached, how you feel when you are too much in the world, how you feel when you're isolated. So these two entities are here to explain us all of that. So when they transit through these axes of Pisces and Virgo, we must go step by step how to see this transit. First of all, it's called the five-way approach. Dr. Ken Rao, sir, uses that. See the condition of Rahu Ketu, where they are. So which houses, of course. It's not going to be for everyone in the 12th house or 11th house or 6th house. So see where your Rahu Ketu in transit are. In your natal chart also, you should check that way. Then see which sign they are placed in. Now, there in this transit, they are going to be in the signs ruled by Jupiter and Mercury. Then we have to see in our natal charts also, what is the condition of Jupiter and Mercury. Jupiter is friendly to Ketu and Mercury is friendly to Rahu. So it's like an inverse kind of a return for both of them. They have switched places. So what happens here? Jupiter tames this energy of Rahu also. Then we have to see that what kind of connectivity these Rahu Ketu are forming with other planets. 2-12 relationship, 3-11 relationship, 1-7 relationship, or 4-10 relationship, 6-8 relationship. So we have to see the condition and the connection with all the planets. Are they transiting over any planet? Are they forming a conjunction in sky with the planets, which I will be explaining here. Then comes the nakshatra, which is a very, very important one. What nakshatra they are going to be transiting through. What navmansha they are going to be transiting through. That is why I said it's not going to be in one part that I can cover all the things. I will be taking you through this Rahu Ketu transit, and I will be covering all the I'll be incorporating everything, and then I will lastly go to the 12th sign prediction. So you have to have patience if you really are waiting for that. So this is not the video. I'm not going to be doing the predictions today. I will be just taking you through to the dates as to what exactly is happening, and a little bit about the nakshatras also, so that you are prepared for the nakshatra. So when we see the Tara Chakra, what all nakshatras are going to suffer, what all nakshatras are going to be benefited out of this, because the 10th nakshatra from the nakshatra you're born in, if this nakshatra is that, then definitely it's going to be a very good time for starting or initiating some work. So I will be taking you through to some things, but not all of it, okay? Because I have to cover how Rahu Ketu will be over the planets also. So I think it is, I deserve that kind of time, right? So let's start with the presentation that I've prepared for you all. So here, as you can see, Rahu and Ketu are going to be transiting Pisces and Virgo. respectively. And what about the, okay, so these are the transit true nodes and the mean nodes. Okay, that's the reason the dates are different. True nodes, I take true nodes. Why? Because I am the student of Dr. Ken Rao. He takes true nodes. And it's logical also. Why? Because, true nodes is something that Rahu Ketu will be, actual positions of Rahu Ketu is visible. And true nodes is also about, the when Rahu Ketu, they stop or halt for some time also, and they get direct also. That's the reason true Rahu and true Ketu is a very important way to look at the position in the sky. Mean nodes also, you can note down the dates here. Mean is something which we are just calculating, on the, the collective movement. Okay, so this is what an average that we have taken out, and this is what the result is going to be. Their average movement is taken out. So average movement is like if you have 10 people in a classroom, somebody is of 5 feet, somebody is a 6 feet. So if there are 5 people or 6 people of 6 feet, or maybe 6.1 feet, so we take it as 6 feet only, and 5 feeters, they are just also categorized in the 6 feet. That is mean, the average that we take out, which is something which we should not take. But if they're there, so definitely we have to consider the mean nodes also. And people have started to say that we are experiencing the results of the transit of Pisces and Virgo because of the world, whatever is going on. But remember, Rahu and Ketu will be somewhere before transiting through the, before changing signs, right? So when they are changing signs, remember, that is something which is very, very important to check, because Rahu Ketu are in transition at 0 degrees. Rahu Ketu become very, very strong to give the results. And they were in Aries and Libra axis. If you see, I will not be taking it as mean nodes, because from November 29, they'll be changing signs. They haven't changed signs till now. So that's the reason when you see, and the eclipses are also happening in that axis still. So when you talk about the Rahu Ketu in the Aries and Libra axis, that is when everything started, the world started to go haywire, because Rahu Ketu were at 0 degrees and Rahu was in Gandanta also, as you all know. So that is how, we experienced. Now, when Rahu Ketu will settle down in the Virgo as well as Pisces signs, things will get better. Things will mellow down a bit. So we cannot just write off this whole transit of Rahu Ketu from now itself as bad, because there are other positions which are getting better in sky also, which I will be explaining. So let's note down the dates first, and then we will come to the other things. So as you can see, Rahu Ketu will be transiting the nakshatras of Revati. Rahu will be transiting Revati, UTARABHADRA, and PurvaBhadra. So for the people who are born under Sun's Nakshatra, Mars Nakshatra, Jupiter's Nakshatra, Revati transit is not going to be that good. So what are the nakshatras I'm going to be mentioning here? So please note down Kritika, Mrigashira, Punarvasu, Utaraphalguni, Chitra, Vishakha, UtaraAshada, Dhanishtha, and Purvabhadra. These people are going to be experiencing little tough times when it is Revati Nakshatra transit of Rahu. Rahu will be ingressing UtarABHADRAPADA also from 5th July to 24 to the 25th Feb 25. So the astrologers will have this handy also. So you can thank me because I have helped you all making this presentation. So it's consolidated under one roof. So for UtaraBHADRAPADA people, Venus, so when this transit is happening, Venus is born, Moon's born, or Moon's Nakshatra born or Rahu Nakshatra born people will experience little difficult times. So why Venus? Venus is the 7th, Moon is the 5th, and 3rd is the Rahu's Nakshatras. So if you're born under Venus, that is Bharani. So you have to see what nakshatras you're born in. The Venus is nakshatra. 1 second, I will just tell you what all I have to tell you. I just get confused. These are all live sessions also, as you know. Where are my papers? Just a sec, just a sec, just a sec. Okay, be somewhere here. Has to, just a sec. I'm so sorry about this because, this is all very important and I really want to tell you all everything. Okay. So, so I was talking about UtaraBhadrapada. So if you see the Venus, Moon, Rahu Nakshatra people who are born with these nakshatras, they are going to be experiencing little tough times. So Venus, Bharani, PurvaPhalguni, PurvaAshada, Moon's Nakshatra, Rohini, Hasta, Shravana. If you're born under these nakshatras, this is going to be a little difficult time for you as far as health is concerned, financials are concerned. So all that you have to see. Rahu's Nakshatra, Ardra, Swati, Shatabisha bonds are going to be feeling little uncomfortable when UTARABHADRAPADA transit is happening of Rahu. PurvaBhadrapada, that is the last nakshatra when Jupiter is transiting. So that is where, Ketu, Sun, Mars people will experience little difficult times. So Ashwini bonds, Magha bonds, Mula bonds are going to be experiencing little tough times. And Kritika, Utaraphalguni, UtaraAshada people will experience little tough time. Again, as I said, don't take loans during this time. Don't start any kind of job, profession, change of job, quitting job, etc. also should be avoided. And Mars nakshatras, that is Mrigashira, Chitra bonds and Dhanishtha bonds have to be a little cautious when Rahu is ingressing in Purvabhadrapada. Okay. And Ketu will be transiting through 3 nakshatras. Ketu is already in Chitra nakshatra, as you all know, Hasta, Utaraphalguni. So till 7th of February, this Ketu is going to be in Chitra nakshatra. And for Chitra nakshatra born natives, Saturn, if you're born under Saturn, Ketu, Sun's nakshatra, Chitra transit of Ketu is not going to be that favorable for making decisions related to your finance, change of job, change of place, avoid. So what all are the Saturn's nakshatra? Pushya, Anuradha, UtaraBhadrapada bonds. You have to be a little extra careful till the 7th Feb 2024. Then people who are born under Ketu's nakshatra, that is Ashwini, Magha, Mula. So this is also not a good transit of Chitra. Then for the ones who are born in Sun's nakshatra, which is the 3rd nakshatra, so Kritika, Utaraphalguni, UtaraAshada people, you have to be careful with Chitra transit of Ketu. Now coming to Hasta transit, when Ketu is transiting Hasta. So if you are born under Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus is nakshatras, then you have to be cautious. So if you're born under Punarvasu, Vishakha, Purvabhadra, so this Hasta transit is not favorable for you. If you're born under Ashalesha, Jyeshtha, Revati, then Hasta transit is not good for you. 7th February till the 2nd December 2024. I'll tell you what all things you should avoid. Then if you're born under Bharani, PurvaPhalguni, PurvaAshada, that is Venus's nakshatra, then also Hasta transit is not favorable for you. So till the time Hasta transit is there, so people who are born under Jupiter, Mercury, Venus's nakshatras, you have to be extra cautious about your health, about your investments, about your change of place, about progeny, about the areas of marriage, relationships also. It might just bring about some problems in the relationship. Cordiality can be missing. So all of these you have to be extra careful when these transits happen. Also, we have to see Utaraphalguni transit. So when Ketu is transiting Utaraphalguni nakshatra, there are 3 nakshatra born natives, 3 triads who have to be careful. Now they are Rahu, Saturn and Ketu governed nakshatras. So Rahu nakshatra born natives, that is Ardra, Swati and Shatabisha, they have to be careful from 2nd December to the 6th of July 2025. The ones who are born under Pushya, Anuradha, UtaraBhadrapada, when Ketu is transiting Utaraphalguni nakshatra from 2nd December 24 to 6th July 25, they have to be careful about these transit. The ones who are born under Ashwini, Magha, Mula also have to be careful. See, Ketu nakshatra and Sun nakshatra are getting impacted a lot actually. So if you're born under Ashwini, Bharani, Ashwini, Magha, Mula, Then also Utaraphalguni Nakshatra transit is not favorable for you. So be careful when you're going in for the, any kind of change. Don't put in your papers. Don't give up on your job. Don't start any kind of new job. Don't go in for anything which is really, frivolous. Lie low. Don't get married at that time if you can avoid. It could bring about relationship issues also. While traveling, you can have problems. There can be theft. There can be some health issues also. So all of that you should avoid. That is why I'm giving you the detailed interpretation of the nakshatras also. Now, this will modify when we see the 9 Navmanshas, which I will be taking up when I'm doing the readings. So that is for the 12 signs. When I do, I will consider the Navmansha. So make a note of the dates. Then also they will be impacting you. Okay. Then we have also, if you are having, let me see, Chitra, Hasta. Okay. So if you are Mrigashira, Rohini, Kritika born, so, this transit of Ketu's nakshatras is good for you. You can start something new. Okay. If you are in Mrigashira, Rohini, Kritika. Okay. If you're born in that. And if you're born under Jyeshtha, Anuradha, Vishakha, this transit of Revati especially is going to be very favorable for you for initiating any new business, any job, because this is the nakshatra, which is the Karma Nakshatra. So Karma Nakshatra is very positive. Samudaya Nakshatra is very positive. And Manasa Nakshatra is also very positive, which of course I have to deal with it some other time. So this is what is the Rahu's and Ketu's Nakshatra transit. Then we come to the conjunctions of Rahu in Pisces. Now, this is very important. Mercury and Rahu conjunction is going to happen in Pisces sign from 7 to the 25th of March, 2024. I will be making separate videos though, but this is a consolidated list that you can make a note of. So if you are in Mercury's Dasha, Rahu's Dasha, so these dates will be very important when Mercury, Rahu are conjunct in Pisces. So Mercury is going to get retrograde and is going to be coming back to the, it's going to complete its, ingress in Pisces, Aries, and then it is going to be coming back to Pisces. So that's how, it is going to be back and forth is going to be. So it's a very important ingress in Pisces sign. Sun and Rahu will be conjunct together for a month from 14th March to the 13th of April 24. So you have to be careful about your authorities, government. People aspire for bigger, for growth. They get that also. And also they will experience a lot of, issues with their fathers when Sun Rahu conjunction happens. Venus Rahu conjunction is going to take place on the 31st of March to the 24th of April, 2024. So when these conjunctions are happening, if you are in the dasha, especially of Mercury, Sun, Venus, Mars, this is definitely going to be very, 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 very precarious and very, very important to check. And especially, when Mars Rahu conjunction takes place, this is the most precarious one. Why? Because it's going to be giving you some kind of issues related to your siblings, related to when Venus Rahu is happening, especially when I was talking about Venus Rahu, film industry, glam industry, people on the whole will become very artistically, inclined, and female counterparts will excel. So Mars Rahu is a precarious time, 23rd of April till the 1st of June. We have to be careful. There can be some news related to the war, etc., even more at that time. So I have done all these dates in my previous video on Rahu Ketu transit also. So if you will watch that video, you will get all the details about these conjunctions again. And you will find that there has been some connectivity of that sort, which has caused all these earthquakes, wars, etc. So all that is because of these, planetary positions also, if you read them well. And I do the true notes, as I said. So Mars Rahu conjunction is going to take place from the 23rd of April till the 1st of June, a very precarious time. And that's why I've highlighted it, because it is going to be giving some troubles in the world again. It is going to bring about some major earthquakes also. So be prepared for that as well. Just keep your bags and everything ready. When there is an earthquake, you can at least, your passport, visa, etc., whatever is important, your water, food, etc. You should always keep your bags ready when these kind of conjunctions happen. I do that. I definitely do that. I will not lie to you guys. I am also scared of these natural calamities, which take place. Okay, so conjunction of Rahu in Pisces in 2025. What are the conjunctions? Very important conjunction is happening. That is of Rahu Saturn from 25th of March to the 29th of May. So this is also a very tough and a precarious one. So don't make any major hasty decisions during this time also. Venus Rahu, Mercury Rahu, Sun Rahu, they are in a planet, so they will definitely be, changing signs every month. So they do get conjunct. And when Sun Rahu are together, so we have eclipses also, as you all know. So when there is this grand conjunction of Rahu, Saturn, so I would request you that please be watchful about your health, about your surroundings, be more vigilant. There can be some major changes on the global level. And even the authorities might make some strict decisions, okay? So we have to be prepared for that. Ketu will be in conjunction with Venus, Sun, Mercury 1 by 1. And that is also very, very precarious. So when Venus and Ketu are conjunct, it is not good for the female counterparts. There can be, you are in isolation even more. You will not like doing things that you like. You won't even comb your hair. You don't feel like doing things. You don't feel like dressing up, etc. Also, take care on the global level. Also, the female counterparts, they suffer. Sun Ketu, again, not good. And this is also, when moon transits here, so it is going to be an eclipse time. So we have to be careful from 16th September till the 17th of October. Again, this might bring about some policy changing. Leaders of the world, we hear news about their demise also. So we have to be careful about all of that. War-like situations are not handled well. People suffer. And Mercury Ketu, of course, is about trade, business, marketing, education, industry. So all that will suffer, or there can be the upheavals that we can experience when Mercury Ketu conjunction happens. So these are all global events that I'm sharing with you, what can happen and what can't. Then we have, now see, I know Dr. Ken Rao doesn't take the aspects of Rahu Ketu, but they do impact when they are in trine to any of the planets, okay? Now, Rahu will be in trine to Cancer and Scorpio because it's in the water sign. So it is definitely going to be impacting some way or the other. When Mars especially is in Scorpio sign, it's in the own zone. So that's why it's highlighted here. If you can see, it's own zone. That means it's very, very powerful. Water-related diseases we'll be hearing, or there can be water accidents also we can experience during this Mars in Scorpio. So that is from the 29th of November this year till the 28th of December 2023. So can you see this is a precarious period that we are heading to? And Sun will be in Scorpio, Venus will be in Scorpio, Mercury will be in Scorpio, and will be in trine to Rahu. So these are supposed to be bringing about some issues related to the authorities, related to women counterpart, related to the market trends also. Again, because Rahu, when is in trine to the planets, it impacts them some way or the other, because they are also in trine to this Rahu. So they will, Rahu is an expansive energy, as you all know, so it will expand all the significations of Rahu. Then we have Mercury, Venus, Sun, and Mars 1 by 1 in Cancer, again trying to the Rahu energy. So this is also going to be bringing about some water-related, accidents, water-related issues. People will become very, very emotionally involved in their relationships, and they will not be able to make right kind of decisions when, especially Mars is in Cancer. The warrior goes to the Cancer sign, it's like emotional warrior. So that is also going to be very, very precarious period. So please make a note of these dates. I will not be sharing now. I will not be speaking about the dates. You need to take a screenshot, and it's for one and all, it's free flowing and it's free of cost compilation. So you can just, no copyright here. You can just take it away. It's just that just a little bit of effort I've put. So you can just thank me in the comment section if you can. Ketu is going to be in trine to Taurus and Capricorn. As you know, it's in the Virgo sign. So it has to be in trine to the Artha Trikona. So the best part is that Jupiter is also going to be in Taurus sign. So that's a big time saving grace to all the other planets from the 1st of May 2024 to the 14th of May 2025. So all the way, this Jupiter is going to be taking care. So when Ketu is in trine to these planets, Sun is going to be in Capricorn, Mercury is going to be in Capricorn, Mars is going to be in Capricorn, which is going to be in Ketu's trine. So these are not very favorable times. So please make a note if you are in the Sun Dasha, Mercury Dasha, Mars Dasha, Venus Dasha, Ketu Dasha, so or Antardasha. So these are going to be little tough periods. Thankfully, from 1st of May onwards, we are getting that relief because Jupiter is also going to be protecting the Taurus sign. So when Sun, Venus, Mars, Mercury are in Taurus sign, so we are protected because from 1st of May onwards, Jupiter is also going to be in Taurus. So they're going to be forming a conjunction with Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Mars. Also, this Jupiter is going to be forming a conjunction, but it is going to be in trine to this Ketu. So this is also going to be bringing about some problems, at least some problems to those areas where your Sun is, Venus is, Mercury is, Mars is. Okay. So see where your Taurus sign is. Is there any planet? Is that the Dasha Lord? So that is going to be getting impacted. That is why these transit positions, when we check, how we check, we have to see these also. That is why the compilation. Okay. So the next is Ketu is going to be in trine to Taurus and Capricorn. This is in continuation. That is in 2025 also. This is going to happen. The previous slide was for 2024. So Mercury is going to be in Capricorn. Sun is going to be in Capricorn again. It's twice happening when Rahu Ketu are in these signs, because they are going to be in for 18 months, little extra in fact this time. Sun is going to be in Taurus, Mercury is going to be in Taurus, and Mars is again going to be in Cancer. So these are the precarious timings. Believe you me, you have to be prepared. Whenever Mercury is in trine to Rahu or Ketu's, market trends change. I've seen that. And in 30 years of experience, mundane astrology I've been doing from a long, long time. So I've been dealing with all of the clients, and I've been giving them dates also to be careful about. Sun in Capricorn is also considered to be not good when it is in trine to Rahu Ketu. So here it is going to be in trine to Ketu. So that will bring about issues with your father, authorities, government. Government might make wrong decisions also. That can also be happening. Sun is going to be in Taurus. Thankfully, Jupiter is also going to be there. So it's a big time saving grace in 2025. And Mercury is also going to be there till 14th of May, especially, Jupiter is going to be there in protection is there. So the market will not be that bad, and communication with people will be better. Mars in Cancer from 3rd April to the 7th of June is not that, see till the time they are there, May 29, 2025, Rahu Ketu are going to be trying to this Mars in Cancer. So that is the time, which is going to be giving some issues related to your, related to your job, related to your willpower. Your aggression might increase. Accidents and surgical processes also happen when Mars and Ketu are forming any type of connection. Waterborne diseases also happen. So be careful about all of that as well. All right. The next slide says we have eclipses. Okay. Oh, just a sec. Let me just repeat the slide. All right, so eclipses are taking place. So we are ending this year 2023 with a lunar eclipse, which is on the 28th. Then we again start with another lunar eclipse in Hasta Nakshatra on the 25th March 2025. And then we have a solar total eclipse, which is in REVATI Nakshatra. That is on the 8th of April 2024, lunar eclipse 18 September 2024, and solar eclipse again in Hasta Nakshatra. So Hasta Nakshatra is a very important nakshatra, and it's an Akrant nakshatra. So the nakshatras where the eclipses take place, we should avoid for making any kind of auspicious, picking and choosing for the Muhurata. We should avoid Revati, Purvabhadra, and Hasta nakshatra. So next year, you should avoid these nakshatras, especially for the spread of 3 to 6 months time. Avoid. So this is just for warning, or we can say just trying to help you out with this also, because Now the astrologers will guide you through that these are Akarant Nakshatras. So that is why I'm giving you these also, so that you yourself can take care of these things. Okay. So this is another same slide. So this is what is happening in this video. I have covered all the conjunctions, nakshatra transits. So I hope you all will take good care of yourself. So the nakshatras, especially if you're born under certain nakshatras, you should be careful. So you have to see, I have done a detailed study on this though, but I couldn't share everything because, it is going to be a stretched and a long video otherwise. For example, when it is Revati Nakshatra transit of Rahu, so you must understand that Kritika Nakshatra is the 20, from Kritika, this Revati is the 25th Nakshatra. So that is why it's also in the triad of sevens. Okay. So you have to be extra careful about your relationship with people at that time. It might just bring about ego clashes a lot. So all that is definitely not considered to be that good. Sangatika Nakshatra is the 16th Nakshatra. Okay. So if you are from your birth Nakshatra, it's the 16th Nakshatra, this Revati Nakshatra is, then this is not going to be that good. And that is Utaraphalguni. So if you are Utaraphalguni born especially, so this is a Sangatika Nakshatra, Revati transit is not going to be that good for you. And for also 16th Nakshatra and 23rd Nakshatra is a Vinasha Nakshatra. Vinash Nakshatra is also not considered to be good. That is the 23rd Nakshatra. So the 23rd Nakshatra is Mrigashira. So if Mrigashira born, from Mrigashira, Revati is 23rd. So for Mrigashira born natives also, you have to be careful about making any major decisions during the Revati transit. Then comes the UtaraBhadrapada transit. So when Rahu is in UtaraBhadrapada transit, see which is your 16th nakshatra. From which nakshatra is this 16th nakshatra? So from your Purva-Phalguni, this becomes your 16th nakshatra. So not good when UtaraBhadrapada transit happens. So especially Purva-Phalguni people have to be a little extra careful. All right? Because 16th nakshatra is not good. Also, Rohini nakshatra people have to be careful, especially when it is UtaraBhadrapada transit. Then comes PurvaBhadrapada transit. I've given the dates. Please go back and watch the dates in the initial part, in the slides I have mentioned. For PurvaBhadrapada, if we see, 16th is Magha. So Magha natives will experience bad results when it is PurvaBhadrapada transit of Rahu. Okay, that's the 16th nakshatra. 23rd is the Vinasha nakshatra, and 23rd is again Kritika nakshatra. So Kritika people are going to face the brunt twice when this PurvaBhadra transit happens. Okay, then comes the 23rd and 16th. Okay, these are the two nakshatras which are not favorable. Similarly, when it is the nakshatra of Chitra, that is Ketu, is ingressing. So you have to see which is the 16th nakshatra. 16th nakshatra is, let me see, 16th nakshatra has to be Saturn's nakshatra. So it is going to be UtaraBhadrapada people. They have to be taking care when it is Chitra transit. And 23rd nakshatra, which is Mula nakshatra. So Mula bonds have to be taking care when it is Chitra transit. Okay. Then comes Hasta transit of Ketu. You have to be careful when it is if you are born under Purvabhadrapada. That is Jupiter's nakshatra. So you have to take care of your health. You have to take care because it is the Sangatika nakshatra after all. And when it is the 23rd nakshatra, it is the Vinasha nakshatra. So these are very heavy terms, but you have to be a little careful. So what is the Vinasha nakshatra for Hasta transit? It is the Jyeshtha people who have to be careful. Health issues, accidents, driving skills, you have to be taking care of all of that. Then when Ketu is going to be in Utaraphalguni, See which is the 23rd nakshatra. It is the Saturn's nakshatra, Anuradha. If you're born under Anuradha nakshatra, you have to be extra careful when Utaraphalguni transit of Ketu happens. If you are born under Purvabhadrapada, no. 16th would be 16th and 23rd, no? So it is not good for Shatabisha bonds. For Shatabisha bonds also, you have to be taking care. Okay? Not Shatabisha, sorry, it is not Shatabisha, it is Jupiter, Saturn. It is Uttarabhadrapada again. Uttarabhadrapada and Anuradha. You have to be taking care. Okay? Dhanishtha, Shravana. Yeah, that's what. So take care when it is, it is not considered to be that great. Shatabisha transit, actually. Shatabisha bonds have to be taken care. So these are just, the nakshatras, which are not that, if you're born under, they're not that favorable. So especially Sun, and I can see the ones who are born under Sun and Ketu's nakshatra, Mars also. Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Moon, Rahu, Ketu, Sun, Mars again, and Saturn, Ketu, Sun again, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Rahu, Saturn, Ketu. These people have to be a little extra careful whenever the transits are towards the, nakshatras. Okay. So this is it, I think, for, I hope it was clear. That's why I repeated towards the end again, what exactly, you have to be taking care of, when you have to be taking care of. In the next part, I will be covering the 12 sign readings. And maybe before doing that, I will see when Rahu Ketu are ingressing over the planets. Okay. Stay blessed, everyone. Keep watching. Om Tat Sat.